definitely Larry Walker. You know, obviously Canadian, Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. Over the last couple of years, I got to know him pretty well. And, you know, stand-up guy, you know, great to talk to. Always sit down and, you know, if you have a question, he'll answer it for you, and he'll talk the game with you a little bit. But you know, that just solidified my, you know, knowing that he's a great guy and a good choice a player to look up to.
One of the great moments in All-Star history there, Larry Walker. Switch it, say, hey Randy, you know what? I'll go to the other batter's box. But if Weglar's some of his game, I see some of what Larry Walker is in Nick Weglar. Yeah, and Nick Weglar's the power guy. You know, if he brings his average up like Walker had, it'd be all right. And of course, Walker played for Montreal all those years, and I'm sure that's why Wegs hooked his wagon onto him as his favorite player. Yeah, not a bad guy to do that, and of course, Wegs going right up the system as well. All right, one of the prospects in the Indian system now has never been a hot prospect. That's the pitcher Josh Tomlin, who's in Columbus and having a great start to this 2010 season. With our focus on the future this week, here is the Clippers Director of Broadcasting with more on Tomlin, Scott Leo.
We are here with Clippers pitcher Josh Tomlin at Huntington Park. Josh, obviously a great start for you here in this 2010 season. Talk about what's been working for you here through these first several starts.
Just using mainly my fastball command, just being able to command the fastball to both sides of the plate and being able to throw 4 pitches for a strike and getting ahead of hitters. So, I mean, that's what I have to do every game, so I just got to continue to do that to have success.
Last year you had tremendous success with Akron, 14 wins. That team went on to win the Eastern League title. 2 questions. How did you have success last year in Double-A? And 2, what was it like to win that title?
The same thing last year, just keeping hitters off balance. I'm not a guy that's going to overpower anybody by no means, so, you know, I always have to throw every pitch for a strike, and winning the title was something else. You know, I didn't think it would be that big of an honor to win a minor league championship ring, but it actually was, you know, really cool, really something I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
This year you went to spring camp, I'm sure with hopes of putting together another great season. You didn't start in the Columbus rotation. You were pushed into the bullpen. Was that disappointing, and did you use that as motivation?
No, it wasn't disappointing to me. I was just happy to make this club, and I knew the arms that we had in the starting rotation were, you know, plus arms, good arms. So, you know, I had no problem starting off in the bullpen as long, you know, I wanted the ball and be able to pitch, and you know, they were giving me the ball and let me pitch. So, you know, those things kind of tend to work themselves out throughout the year, course of injuries and stuff like that. So, you know, I just like getting the ball and being able to pitch.
Do you see yourself as a starter, or do you think that the relief role could be something that gets you to the big leagues?
Nah, I don't. Either one of them's fine with me. I don't care. I like doing both. So, you know, right now I'm just working out of the starting rotation and trying to do my best there, and we'll see what happens.
How much does it help being in a rotation with guys like Carlos Carrasco? Justin Germano has joined this club here recently, a veteran that has big league time. How much does it help being around guys with those type of resumes?
I mean, it helps a lot, you know, especially, you know, watching a guy that has been in the big leagues before attack these minor league hitters and stuff like that. I like Germano the other day, how he went 7 innings, gave up 1 hit, and he's kind of the same pitcher I am. We sink the ball, you know, throw curveballs and sliders, everything for a strike. So it was fun to watch him, you know, put together that kind of outing and take what he did and try to, you know, take it to my game the next time I pitched.
This Clippers team has been in first place basically all season long, and here recently we've seen this club win 3 games in walk-off fashion. It just seems like this team has something special about it. You experienced it last year in Akron. How much fun is it to come to the ballpark when you're on a winning team that just keeps getting the job done night after night?
Oh, it's completely different. You know, I've been on both sides. I've been on a losing team and the winning team, and, you know, being able to play music afterwards in the clubhouse and, you know, being able to joke around in the dugout in the locker room all day, every day. So when you're winning especially, but this team has something special about it, you know, finding ways to win, coming back. And
you've been in several situations like that where there have been tight ball games all the way through. Does that help to keep you sharper when it's a 1-0 or 2-1 game?
I think you want to have your best stuff no matter what. I think you want to go out and attack hitters like you would if it was a tie ball game no matter what, whether you're ahead 20 runs or you're down by 1 or up by 1. I think you still got to go out there and get guys out. But it definitely does make you lock in a little bit more and say, you know, I got to keep this team within 1 or 2 right here because his pitch count's getting up and the bullpen's coming in, and that's when we can, you know, get some damage or win this ball game. But yeah, it definitely it helps. But I think for me, I got to attack the hitters the same way, whether we're up 20 or down 1. You know.
You have a pitching coach on this club in Charlie Nagy that obviously put together a great major league career. How much does that help, having a guy with his experience to help work with you every 5th day?
Oh, it's great. You know, Charlie Nagy's a great guy, a great pitching coach, and what he does on and off the field with us is tremendous. He does a great job. He doesn't do too much with guys. If he sees something, he'll let you know and correct it. And but yeah, he's great to work with.
And on top of that, this is a lineup that has been one of the best, if not the best, in all of AAA baseball this year. And even without guys like Shelley Duncan and Jason Donald and Trevor Crow, who have gone to the big leagues, now you've got the likes of Carlos Santana, who's still here, Wes Hodges, Nick Weglars, Michael Brantley, a very potent lineup that can score a lot of runs. That has to help you as well.
Oh, yeah. Once you take that mound every single day, you know that offense more than likely is going to put up 6, 7, 8 runs. And that's easy to do whenever you're a starting pitcher. They come out there. There's been several games in the first 3 innings they put up 10 runs. And that's easy to go out there and, you know, just attack the zone, try to get guys out early because, you know, they had the lead already. And those guys could put up 20 runs a game if they wanted to. You know, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But, you know, that lineup is scary to pitch to. I'm glad I don't have to face them.
Well, it's been a fun ride so far this year, Josh. Still a long ways to go. Congratulations on your start, and good luck the rest of the way.
I appreciate it, Scott.
Josh Tomlin with us here at Huntington Park in Columbus on the Indians Minor League Magazine show.
All right, Scott, Josh, thanks. As we get a look at the vitals here on Josh Tomlin, a 19th round draft pick from 2006. He's been compared to his pitching coach, Charles Nagy. Craig, I also like to compare him to Paul Byrd. Same type of pitcher and a guy that, yeah, you may look at his stuff and say, well, I don't know if he's a major leaguer, but hey, look at what Byrd did. Look at what Nagy did. You know, those guys were very effective at the highest level.
And I think 2 great comparisons. And Josh is a kid that we had come through, and all he does is get people out. And what's wrong with that? I mean,
that's the object of the game.
Right. And when he stops getting people out, then you can talk about how he doesn't have major league stuff and all that. But right now, so far, so good.
Yeah, definitely. All right, much more ahead on Indians Minor League Magazine. We'll check the standings for you. Also let you know where the farm teams will be playing as you take a look at Browns Pro Bowler Josh Cribbs signing autographs and throwing out the first pitch Sunday at Classic Park. We're getting you ready to bring you our final thoughts where you can see the track teams play this week and more. Make sure you stay tuned.
Second arm ascent. Beautiful. 26, 36 feet per second up.
Here's a look at the standings. Akron's moved up to 5th place in the Eastern League South. And here's a look at the schedule where you can see the Indians minor league teams this week. If you're in one of these markets, why not stop by? That'll just about do it for Indians Minor League Magazine. Craig, thanks for setting in for Jason this week.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Always fun.
All right, we'll do it again later.
It'd be good.
All right, that's Craig Dees, the voice of the Lake County Captains. I'm Al Pulowski. Thanks for joining us this week. Don't forget to join us next week. Brad Grant will be along to talk about the draft picks. Until then, have a good one.